Good evening, this is the BCN News Bulletin for tonight. Niue government has this week endorsed the increase of the satellite link bandwidth. The announcement came after Cabinet met on Tuesday. The increases from 1.7 Mbps and 1.0 to 4.0 Mbps download and 2 Mbps upload. Honourable Premier Toke Talangi said the bandwidth increase will allow government through Telecom Niue to expand the voice data and internet platforms. The focus is also to meet the demand for internet access and speed. Government aims to ensure developments within government and the private sector can also benefit with efficient and reliable services in the future. Telecom Niue will work with Telecom New Zealand to implement the bandwidth app upgrade. A bushfire just outside of La Capa has left a number of plantations burnt to a crisp. Tuesday afternoon, police received a call-out to what appeared to be an out-of-control fire on the side of the main road from La Capa heading to Alofi. The Niue Fire Brigade were unable to respond immediately due to the flight arrival. However, police have yet to speak to the person responsible for the out-of-control fire, but say that it was unintentional. The dry and windy conditions added to the speed of the fire burning out of control. The fire service managed to respond to the call and contain the fire later in the afternoon, but unfortunately a bit too late for some plantations. The advice and warning at the moment is for people to avoid lighting fires unnecessarily, and also being mindful that it is quite dry and the cost of burning could mean the livelihoods of others being affected as well. Power to the southern side of the island has been restored with the arrival of a part on Tuesday's flight. Niue Power were quick to install the air circuit breaker that took under an hour to repair. However, not long after power was restored, an 11 kilovolt fault caused another power outage affecting the southern side of the island. Staff worked throughout Tuesday night to locate the fault, with power restored to Hui Hui by 8:30 and Kaho Namasele an hour later. The power cut is said to be due to a new fault and not related to the other issues. Yesterday, power was fully restored, with customers hoping that the power issues over the past week have been resolved. A new climate change unit based at the Department of Environment has been approved for Niue. The announcement was delivered by Niue Director for Environment Sauni Tongatule at the 24th annual meeting of the Pacific Regional Environment Program in Apia. The new division will be responsible for all matters relating to climate change, including the implementation of the Joint National Plan of Climate Change and Disaster Risk Management, or JNAP. The JNAP for Niue is now complete and in the final stages of printing. Mr. Tongatule also told the meeting that things have moved forward in terms of some of the activities that address climate change and disaster risk management together. He said the crucial thing now is that Niue finally has agreed for a central agency to drive the JNAP. If everything goes to plan, Niue will be one of the first countries to begin their consultations on the roadmap process. The consultations aim to engage stakeholders in Niue in the development of the regional strategy to integrate climate change and risk management as one. This follows on from a regional joint climate change and disaster risk management conference in Fiji in July, in which countries endorsed this process. The roadmap consultation process will be led by the new climate change unit. The death of a middle-aged man in La Capa is being investigated by Niue police. It is alleged that the man was found at home by a family member on Tuesday afternoon. Chief of Police Tony Edwards confirmed they are investigating the matter. Police have yet to discuss the case with health officials. At this stage, they are interviewing family members and anyone around the area. Details surrounding the man's death are unavailable at this stage, and investigations are ongoing and police are not able to comment at this time. Alofi North Women's Group were proud to show their craft work today in what was a colourful and creative display. The day began with a formal program that was also attended by the Deputy High Commissioner, with speeches from village representatives as well as some matuas. According to the group's representative, this year's focus is on the matalili, or table mat, that were put up right at the front of the hall for all to see. Live ornamental plants added beauty to the setup and highlighted the eagerness of the women within the village to share their gardening talents as well, from orchids, frangipanis, kiwila and anthuriums. Although this year's displays were not to be judged, that did not deter the ladies from working hard to complete their contributions for the show. But it was the fabric displays that had many admiring the fine sewing and patchwork as well as painting talents of the women. People were quick to snap up some deals and buying some of the fine work for their homes. And there was also another side event that was the agricultural display and judging of a group of men from within the village. The new initiative, formed by the St. Joseph's Friends and Associates, displayed their agricultural products consisting mostly of yams, sweet potatoes and the usual produce added. Arrays of different varieties of yams carpet the enclosed displays with some of the best-looking produce displayed. The activity is part of the Alofi North program leading to their annual show day next week, and we will bring you coverage of the show and results of the village fishing competition that will be held this coming weekend. But this is only a taste of what Alofi North has in store for the island for their village show day that will be held next week, Saturday. But that is our news bulletin for tonight. We do hope that you enjoy the weekend ahead. Don't forget that there is a fishing competition for Alofi North.